In this video, I'm going to talk about dynamic language optimization, okay? And why it's useful and why Facebook has launched this feature, okay? So the dynamic language optimization lets you test the same ad, but in different languages, okay? So why would that be useful to you? Well, think about it. If you're running an ad campaign in somewhere like the US, you can test the basic campaign in English because the whole of the US speaks English, right? But when you get to states like Florida, or like New Mexico, Arizona, California, where you do have a large number of Spanish-speaking citizens, right? Then you might want to test the same campaign in a different ad, okay? Because you don't know, it might generate a better return on investment, right? So Facebook has given us this option to test this, okay? Now, I'm using a conversion campaign for this. I believe it works on conversions, traffic, and it might be product catalog or audience network. It's one of the two, but generally you want to use it in the four supported platforms, okay? So when you click on the ads, it will actually tell you how it's supported, okay? So the ad is built as normal, and there's videos to show you how to do that, okay? But the multiple options, languages options is here, okay? So you can create an ad in different languages, and this is where you would enable it, okay? But there are some caveats. The first one is that it only works on some placements, okay? So like I said, it only works on Facebook newsfeed, Facebook right column, Instagram, and audience network, okay? So you can only use it on these four placements, okay? So it's actually grayed out because the ad is actually set to automatic placements, which is what Facebook has by default. But let's go turn that off. We're just going to run it to Facebook and Instagram, okay? So fill this as you fill out the ad set as you normally would, but then you want to go to the edit placements, and you want to unselect all of these, okay? So we can use feeds, we can use right column, we can't use marketplace or stories. And did it say we can use Instagram stories? I'm just going to turn it off. I'm sure you can. In fact, let me leave it on. Let's see what happens. We can't use audience network or messenger, okay? So now it should be available to us. Let's just have a look. So go down, and where is it? Instagram feeds. Okay, we're going to remove the additional placements because it's obviously causing us a problem. I'm just going to click on that button. If you're not sure, just click on the button and then you can do that, okay? So here is where you would actually create and manage your languages, okay? So the first one you can do is, let's say we want to run an ad, if I can spell, English speaker who can't spell English, story of my life. So yeah, the first language you might want to test is English. I'm sure most of us who are watching this speak English to some extent. And then we can test it up to, let me just show you that. You can create up to 5 languages, okay? So at the moment of time, whilst I'm recording this video, Facebook supports up to 5 languages, okay? So you might want to select Spanish, or Italian, or whatever it is, okay? And the ad would be exactly the same, right? So the image would be the same. Let's just use a stock image for this. We'll use a dog. Where's that dog? This one's one of my favorite ones. Where is he? Okay, so we're going to use a dog, and then you can do the same for each additional language. Okay, so you can test. So for here, let me show you. You can test the image. Okay, you can test the URL, split test. So when I say split test, I mean split test. You can test the headlines, the text, and the news link description. Okay, so sometimes they might see a news link description in the actual on a specific platform or placement, okay? And this is where you would test all of the languages. Now, obviously, what I would do is keep it as simple as possible. This is obviously a split testing feature, so don't have different images on every language, different headlines, different copy. It goes to different pages, because that's going to be hard for you to split test, right? What you want to do is you want to have the same content right? So the same URL. Obviously, if you have a www.mywebsite.com/Spain or Spanish or /Italian, then you want to send it to the page with the right language, right? But aside from that, you want to keep the content exactly the same, but translated for each language, okay? Don't have too many variations because you're not going to be able to keep track of that. You don't know what's going to work, okay? So just change one variable at a time. So the next time you want to change the headline, the third split test, you might want to change the text, okay? And so that's basically it. That's exactly how you create ads with different languages using Facebook's dynamic language optimization, okay? So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.